What is going on to you, Pisces? So, you Pisces actually have the Three of Cups, the World, and the High Priestess. So, these three cards right here. Um, by the way, if you like this reading, then it means it's time for you to come and get a personal reading from me. There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's ways to support me. Really appreciate it if you would. So, um, by the way, if you just like to donate, send me a comment in the comment section letting me know that you would like to donate to me. Appreciate it. So for you, Pisces, right? I honestly see with the Three of Cups, there's a whole lot of celebration. There's a lot of you Pisces feeling accomplished because you have broken certain patterns that you used to engage in. And now you essentially feel like you have the world at your fingertips. Some of the patterns that you feel so accomplished that you have broken, and you should feel accomplished about those. Some of you addiction issues, some of you have broken, your addiction to love if it's not to other substances. So a lot of you Pisces feel very much so elated and feeling empowered, and feeling like you actually have to continue on this streak of success. You're getting out of one cycle to now into a better cycle, okay? Now, I know that you may love being in your new cycle that works for you, but always, every now and again, break the cycle so that you can essentially have fun, okay? The reason why it is I'm saying that is because of essentially the High Priestess. The High Priestess represents part of that success, right? Getting back onto it. Part of that success is about how you, Pisces, will have to stay away from the people that will essentially try to drag you down. I'm not even going to sit up here and lie to you. In life, there's a lot of people out here who really want to drag you down, make it so that you Pisces, unfortunately, don't get anywhere, right? So you have to really guard that by noting when someone is trying to elevate you, and if they want you around, and if a person is essentially trying to make it so that you don't actually get anywhere in life. And how you can tell the differences between the two, whether they're friends, family members, or romantic interests, is by you, Pisces, noticing their effort, right? Do they tell you that you're talented, right? Do they tell you that they're behind you, right? 100%. Do they tell you that they're beside you or behind you? Whatever. Do they tell you that they want to be a part of your life? Do you Pisces see them making any kind of improvements to where, as you Pisces are becoming better, so as the reading says, they're becoming better too, because they don't want you Pisces to stop hanging out with them, because they are seen as being dysfunctional to you and other people. So now it's like you got to cut them off, because not everybody is going to go, right? Not everybody can come. So the Four of Swords and the Ace of Wands now represents, so there's still some connections that you have that a lot of you Pisces still need to be able to get rid of. The Four of Swords represents, letting certain things fall by the wayside, and a need to let certain things go, certain connections that you Pisces still have go. Ace of Wands, more than likely, it's probably friends, it's probably associates, it's probably people that, you feel like you have to make a lot of effort to stay in touch with. But one of the things that you Pisces are going to have to learn to do is to don't force friendships. Don't force any kind of connection with anybody. Don't force it. If it feels like it's a lot of energy, don't try to put in so much effort to keep this thing going or whatnot, okay? If the other person is not putting in an effort as well, right? A conscious, active effort, then you aren't supposed to either. So the Nine of Wands represents, because at the end of the day, all it is that you'll be doing is you'll be doing yourself a disservice, especially at a time where things are, your progress, your own progress is supposed to go full speed ahead. And see, life works in a way where when you're making a lot of progress, things can end up going from bad to good to great to phenomenal like that. You know, there's people who went from being poor or regular to being rich, like seven figures, high seven figures going into eight figures. You know what I mean? Like tens of millions of dollars all in a year because things went their way, literally. So you're not supposed to be hanging around goofy goobers right now that would be wasting your time and trying to make things destructive and dysfunctional to you. You Pisces really want to make sure that the energy that you've got going on, you have to maintain your upward trajectory, your upward progress. The Ten of Swords and the Star card now represents how there's nothing wrong with you Pisces feeling like maybe in the future you can have a better relationship, right? Star card, you want one. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting one whatsoever. It's just that you have the Ten of Swords, okay? Which means that you have to clear the space and stop hanging out with all the people that would waste your time. And you have to be more cold when it comes to that. When I was going through my own situation with my so-called friends or whatever the case may be, yeah, I said some things and I did some things that was wrong. But it wasn't so wrong to the point where I was messed up, you know, that where I had them really look at me to a point where they can't hang out with me ever, and I've disgraced myself so badly. I never did anything that was that bad to say it disgraced me to the point where people just can't stand to look at me and I'm the neighborhood villain now. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not what it is. But yeah, I said and I did some things, but at the same time, right, I realized that I'm not hanging out with them anymore because the stupidity was too much. And I stopped trying to force it. You know what I mean? They didn't understand that they are my main friends. They didn't understand that they are some of my main friends, apart from my best friend, but they are my main friends, and that I have Aquarius and Pisces in my birth chart, which means that I'm going to know more people than the average person, and that, yeah, eventually I am going to branch out, and I'm letting my friends know this. So it's like they have to respect the fact of, yeah, one day I'm going to move away if things go my way, and I'm essentially not really coming back to stay. I may come back to visit, to see you guys, to say what's up every now and again, but I'm not actually going to be around every day. I will have essentially moved, and they didn't understand it. So what did I have to do? I had to essentially cut them off. Now, the Seven of Swords and the Six of Swords here represents you Pisces having to do the same thing. It's just that it's a little bit more uncomfortable for you because this isn't a part of your life that you Pisces want to do, nor are you even accustomed to it. And see, that's where the thing is, because the Seven of Swords represents as you are losing touch with some people, right? Because you're currently doing it now. You'll notice that some people will try to kind of, as it seems like you're not really calling them too much, some people will kind of bring it up and be like, hey, how come you haven't really been around as much? But for some of you Pisces, it may be the standoff in the sense of they have this ideology where, oh, I'm not going to call you because I'm all that and I'm so fly and I'm all that. Watch it how those relationships dwindle away, you know? And then the Six of Swords represent because they aren't going to put in effort, right? Some interactions that you've had with people are easier to let go of because they're not putting in any effort. So you have to let them go. So when you stop putting in an effort, you'll see. So honestly, I'm seeing that a lot of you Pisces are in a very good space. It's just that you Pisces just now have to start adapting to your own life now. This is your new life. Your new life is now you don't have any of those fake friends. And the fake friends that you still have that it's so difficult to get rid of, to stay away from, you're going to find it that it's harder to actually continue to hang out with them, because they're going to start to ruin your money. They're going to start to get you upset. They're going to say and do things that they're expecting you to pay. And then when you tell them no, they're going to start to not call you as much. That's the out. When they choose to not call you as much, that's it. That is your signal to leave. That means that they are letting you do your thing. Dishonorably, they're going about it disrespectfully, but that means that that's a signal that they're letting you do your thing. If you call back, call them and say, hey, what's going on with you? Guess what that means? That means that you want to get back in with them again. That was the mistakes that I was making. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. The High Priestess, the Knight of Swords, okay, the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and last but not least, you have the World. To clarify the Six of Swords. So you already have the High Priestess yet again, okay? So the High Priestess is about, yet again, it's about you, Pisces, having to understand that what you've got going on is you Pisces in essence, are in a situation where your life is transforming. You're becoming someone new. Your life is transforming. Things are really starting to go your way. So you can't have the weirdos around you dragging you down. So the Knight of Swords is you have to fight them off. You have to really cling to this new cycle that you're in for your life, because these people, if you let them, will ruin your life. The Four of Pentacles represents and stick to now paying attention to what's important. You need to have blinders on in the regard. Don't take what it is I'm saying out of context. You need to be focused on the things that's going to be successful and that's going to make you successful in return because of your own actions. And you need to pay attention to those things. And no matter what the situation is, do not allow yourselves to get sidetracked from your success. And I'm not just talking about financial success either, because everybody always thinks success equates to financial success, and there's many different forms of success, to the point where I'm starting to become kind of disgusted at the word, because so many people using it and they don't even know what it is that they talking about. When people use success nowadays, a lot of people just use success as a means of trying to be disrespectful to somebody. So now you Pisces, you have the Queen of Swords and the World, which you already have also. Despite what it is that people are kind of giving you a hard time, like I said, understand that a lot of them don't like the fact that you're not hanging around them anymore, and that they will want your attention. So stay away from anybody that's going to try to get in your way, that's going to try to get on your nerves and make things harder for you, and scapegoat you and try to call you so that the two of you can get, or how many of you can get into some trouble. Stay away from them.